What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Legion of Nerds. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Jonny.
Coming tonight, talk some news, movie news, trailer, maybe a little this and that, who knows. You know, a bunch of nerdy stuff. If you like what we do here, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe, share with all the nerdy people you know. Because we got to get all this out to all the nerdy people. I guess we can start with Trap, the movie Trap. M Night Shyamalan's new movie. We got a trailer for it. Finally got the trailer for it. I mean, one of our last shows we actually talked about the footage that somebody else had saw, but this time we actually got to see the footage. And what'd you think about it?
I'm about it. I mean, like, I'm not. He's all about scary, like the horror and scary, of course the Shyamalan twists and such. But I've never been a horror movie fan. I've already said this like 1,000 times. But, But it doesn't look like it's going to be much of a horror. It looks more like it's going to be suspense, like thriller.
Most of his movies are.
It looked like it didn't give away much either.
Right.
It looked like that there's still a lot to be given to us in the movie, and it didn't show too much about what was going to be happening in it.
Right.
Just from the trailer.
Right. And that's good. I wish more movies would do that with their trailers.
Exactly.
I mean, it does raise a lot of questions. The trailers do, or the trailer does. Like,
but that's what's supposed to get you hyped for
that's
it.
right.
And that's what, like, if you enjoy what you saw, even if it didn't give you the answers to those questions, like,
you want to go find out the answers.
You want to go watch it and see.
That's right.
And it looks like it's going to be good regardless.
I hope so. Again, I'll give him. I'll be there for any of his movies. Probably, he'll have to just shit the bed, like really bad, for me not to be there. Like he'll have to go on a losing streak of some, like his last movie, Knock at the Cabin. I really enjoyed Knock at the Cabin. I know a lot of people didn't, but I thought it was a real good movie.
I don't even know what that one is, but
right.
But I mean, then again, I'm kind of like spreading my wings and getting out of my comfort zone and learning more about these different things. Like,
it's actually a good movie. If it's got Dave Bautista, it's got Ron Weasley in it. Right, yeah.
Batista and Weasley.
Yeah. I guess Batista is more of a star, and Ron Weasley's character, Rupert Grant, what's his name?
I think it is Rupert Grant.
Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. If we're wrong, you can tell us about it in the comments. We'll take any kind of criticism.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna give my little piece in there. Be sure to like tell us, or at least give us some things that you would want to see us talk about, because I'm sure like we check them all the time. We read through them, we try and respond, and so like we'd love to know y'all's thoughts and see what y'all would want us to talk about.
Always
right here in front of the camera with y'all.
Always, and once we build up our subscriber base, we'll actually start going live more, so that y'all can actually interact with us as we're sitting here. But until then, this is the best we can do for now. But
Rupert Grant.
Yeah.
Hey. It was.
That's right. I know this is off. We're on to another one of his movies, but we went to the theaters and saw it. It was pretty good. It's based on a book. It's not his original work, but it's based on a book, and it was pretty good. But back to Trap. Have you heard the rumor going around, the rumor mill that's starting about it? That it's connected to one of his other movies?
What movie?
People are saying The Sixth Sense.
I think I swear I've seen something about The Sixth Sense. I don't know if I've watched it straight out.
I gotcha. I can see dead people. I see dead people. That's the movie.
Oh well,
I'm the little kid that see dead people.
See, I haven't watched it, but I do know about it.
Yeah, because everybody's wondering how the cops would even know he's there.
Oh, and so the kid is telling the police.
Yeah, because he can talk to dead people. Yeah. Well, he'd probably be, he probably won't be a kid now. He'd probably be grown up.
Yeah.
Because he's actually back to acting.
Oh, and he's solving crimes.
Like using the dead or whatever. Because when I first saw the trailer, like we were sitting here and it was just something about it that caught me off guard. And it doesn't say from the mind of M Night Shyamalan. It says from the world of M Night Shyamalan. And then my mind got to racing, and I started trying to figure out psychics that were in his movies. And the closest thing was Haley Joel Osment from The Sixth Sense. And everybody is talking about it online now, too.
That would be a definite twist there. I mean, right? I doubt that's going to be the actual twist.
I did.
If people have figured it out that fast,
right.
I doubt that's the actual twist that Shyamalan's going to put in there.
Right.
I mean, it could very well be.
Yeah. You never know.
From what I know, he's a complex thinker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes. Because, I mean, he's done it before. You haven't seen Split, huh?
No, but I also know about that because that was one of those big releases a few years ago.
Yeah, and at the end it reveals that it takes place in another one of his movies' universes. Right. So I mean, it wouldn't be the first time his universes crossed over. I guess that's what I was getting at. Right.
Surprise. But
that's right. So I guess August 9th for Trap with Josh Hartnett. And that's really the only big star that we know is in the movie. And I guess they're going to have us like rooting for the serial killer unless they introduce somebody new before the movie comes out.
I was about to say, from what it looked like the serial killer is the centralized character. Like that's who you're running with for the majority of it.
Right.
Or at least that's who they want you to root for in the movie.
Right. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard, though, to root for the serial killer.
There are plenty. There's all kinds of different things that got you rooting for the bad guy.
Right. There is. I know.
But, I mean,
Infinity War wasn't nothing but Thanos wins.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely, like, I mean... It is hard to root for, a serial killer like
yeah.
And so,
although
he could have his reasons.
Yeah, you've probably never seen Natural Born Killers with Woody Harrelson, and Juliette Lewis, Robert Downey Jr. Man, there's a lot of people in that movie. But they're serial killers going across, like committing all kinds of crimes and stuff. But you're rooting for them for the whole movie. So I mean, I don't know about rooting for them for the whole movie. Right, but yeah, like they're pretty much the protagonists of the movie.
I'm about to say, like the first few Fast and the Furious movies, they're technically the bad guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you really want to get technical, they're the bad guys in all of the movies, because they be tearing up everything. Yeah. Like who's paying for all that? They ain't.
Our taxes. That's where our taxes are going. They're going to Vin Diesel.
Right. Going to space.
To space.
All right. So, moving on. What do you got for us today, sir?
Well, I guess I got two separate things. One of them was supposed to be a big reveal, but I found out that you already knew about the reveal before this, so I'm kind of sad about it. So we'll start with that. But so Lord of the Rings is getting, I guess not re-released, but re-shown in theaters on like June 8th, 9th, and 10th.
It'll be the first time that they show the extended editions in 4K in theaters.
Okay,
is what it is. Yes, right. Yes, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've ever watched the extended editions is at the house. But that's usually the versions I watch too. Is the extended editions.
So many hours. That's probably why they did it on different days too.
Yeah. Although when the movies were first released, when the third one came out, it was you watched the first one, second one, and the third one dropped all in the same time. There's quite a few trilogies I watched like that. The Nolan Batman trilogy, like me and Colton went and watched the first one, second one, and right when the third one dropped.
I'm about to say we watched Strike Back and Reboot.
That's right.
One after another. I love that. That was the last.
I love Jay and Silent Bob too. Num num num.
But I guess staying in the Lord of the Rings topic, then they're gonna have the. They're talking about trying to get the second season of the Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, Rings of Power out.
Yes, yeah.
Hopefully, fall or winter this year.
Like out.
Yeah.
Like released.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Cool.
And like that's what they're expecting as well.
I got
It's
you.
going to be around that area.
Good.
But then
More Lord of the Rings.
a lot of it. Because then we got the anime Lord of the Rings. War of Rohirrim.
Rohirrim. That's right.
Rohirrim. Golly.
That's right.
But that comes out December 13th of this year.
Right. And I am excited for that, actually. Which I'm almost excited for any kind of Lord of the Rings stuff. I play the video games too. Shadow of Mordor and all them.
I remember playing, I don't know which game it was, but it was on the original Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I used to play Fellowship and the Two Towers and all them.
I played that and I forgot, like a Harry Potter game. I
Yeah.
forgot what Harry Potter game it was. But I think the Harry Potter game was on the PS2. No, it was not the PS2. I don't even remember. But nonetheless, a lot of Lord of the Rings content coming this year.
Yeah, I'm down. I love me some Lord of the Rings. I need to watch the first season of Rings of Power because my issue was I didn't want it to ruin my Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
And I've heard middling things about it, like nothing too bad or anything. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I ruined my childhood." I'm not that kind of person, but I would rather just stick to the movies, you know. Like,
and you have that canon in your head instead of this being added into it. And
that's right, because Peter Jackson came in and made the Hobbit movies, and he made them his own thing, and they're not really the Hobbit. He just had to do a lot of filler to make 3 movies out of a little story.
I say, I kind of enjoyed the first Hobbit movie.
Yeah, oh, but they're not bad. I enjoy them. They're just not. They're just more stuff.
Yeah,
that wasn't in the actual
too
books.
much.
Yeah,
they tried to spread it out, kind of like they tried to be like the original trilogy.
Yeah, money. Money.
And I guess the smaller point after Lord of the Rings would be Borderlands.
Yeah,
the movie. The release date is on August 9th as well.
Right. That's right. Same as Trap.
We might have a Barbenheimer situation.
That'd be nice, huh? You know the studios.
Traplands. Trap.
The studios are trying to figure that out because Barbenheimer made so much money last year. They're so trying to figure out the next Barbenheimer.
It all depends on timing, engagement.
That's right.
And honestly, it's kind of there.
Yeah.
Like the video game crowd, as well as other people are just gonna watch it just cause.
Yes.
You know, because from the trailer, or at least the teaser or whatever it was, didn't look too bad.
For Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played the games, but no, the teaser, the trailer didn't look bad at all, and the actors in it, I love them. So I'm gonna watch it. Again, I don't know nothing about the story or anything, but
it's kind of, people are starting to learn you don't have as long as you make something to where it's not directly connected to the games, to where you have to know every little bit of all of it, then they're gonna make a decent movie out of it.
Right,
they're creating something new.
Right,
and so that way, someone like you, I don't mean that in a bad way, but somebody who doesn't have any previous experience in that world can just go in and watch it, and enjoy the movie.
Right. And that's how it should be. Like it's like Fallout, the Fallout show. Anybody could enjoy it. You wouldn't have to have all that backstory that come with the games to enjoy it.
And you wouldn't even need any of it, really.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah,
because like you can go in completely blind and still come out with like, wow, that show was awesome. That show was great.
I've actually heard reviews from people that have never played the game that loved it, but I've also heard reviews from people that played the game they hate it. So I
don't know. I feel like it sticks true. Like Fallout stuck really true.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge phenomenon. It there's 99% of the people that watch it. It was positive. The people running their mouth just want to be negative.
They're just crazy, is what they are.
That's right.
Because that show was awesome.
It was. Well, what was the date on the Lord of the Rings animated movie?
December 13th.
Which I do believe is the same day that Kraven got moved to. Kraven the Hunter. Yes.
Of course it did.
Yes, in December. Which a lot of people are making it out to be bad. But I'm sure there's going to be some more reshoots. But it took the place of Karate Kid. Karate Kid moved to like May or something of the next year. And because they had to keep up with Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And the strike messed all that up, and Cobra Kai got pushed back too. So now they're waiting on it to end so they can release the movie, because it's supposed to happen after Cobra Kai.
You don't want to mess up that whole thing.
Right.
People will be angry.
Oh, yeah.
Giving away the show and everything.
That's right.
And I completely understand it. I mean, like you said, all the strikes and everything else that happened in the past year, like it's been a crazy time for movies and shows and all such things.
I sure hope that Sony has learned its lesson with Madam Web, and they are doing some reshoots on Kraven the Hunter, and they're going to make it a little more.
Oh man, now that makes me kind of scared.
Why?
Because Sony's kind of bad about it. Sony's kind of bad, and they don't know when to just put out something good. Right. They're like, hey, it's gonna make us money, throw it out there.
But Madam Web didn't make them money.
I know.
I mean, going through the figures and everything, you can ask her the other day, like, this movie might actually break even. Which is
might. How long has it been out?
But
like 3 months.
But nobody thought it was going to break even. Everybody thought it was going to be a loss. Like, it's just a minute loss right now in the theaters and all that stuff. Like, luckily Pepsi put a lot of money into that movie, so the studio didn't lose a lot of money.
Pepsi.
And Pepsi didn't lose a lot of money. They got a lot of advertisement. That's all. But in the end, it may very well make up what it's lost, the little bit that it's lost in streaming and like digital and physical media. Because as much as people want to say physical media is dead, like, it's still out there. Oh, I know.
It's like people talking about cash. Cash is dying.
Yeah, never. It's never. There's always going to be some form of trade, like some form of payment.
Bottle caps. Start now.
That's right. I got some bottle caps. I drink a lot of bottle Cokes. I try to keep my bottle caps.
But regardless, I'm hoping they do good by Kraven.
Yeah, me too. I had to talk today about these Spider-Man adjacent movies that don't have Spider-Man in them. Like, I'm still upset that they don't have Spider-Man in them.
It looks like Sony's taking kind of a somewhat different route than Marvel itself has been taking, like where you're following the heroes and then the villains show up. Right. But it's taken more of like you're finding these people's origins and you're learning about these people, and then it brings them in.
I don't think they're going to do that anymore. I think the way Morbius did and the way that Madam Web is done, I don't think they're going to try to connect them anymore. From what I've heard inside the studio, like the word coming out is they're going to try to stop connecting them. And they're just like standalone. From now here on out, they're just going to be like standalone.
So they're just never going to show up.
Even The Last Dance.
That's
Venom: The Last Dance.
That's wild. Because why would you even do it if it's not going to connect?
They've been doing them all these years when they ain't connect.
But Venom is finally connecting in.
I mean, it had its little spot, but it never has. They haven't done anything with it.
No, not yet.
But when? When's yet over with?
I'm sure it'll be here soon because now we've had all of the Loki content come through with all the different universes, and it's all streamlined now. And so, with the after credit scene in, I think, Carnage, with Venom showing up and seeing Peter on the TV or whatever. And right. So now we know that Venom is now in the MCU universe, or at least one that has that same Peter.
Right.
And so whether it be Secret Wars or anything else that comes in with, I'm sure within either the next Spider-Man we'll see them meet up, or at least at the end of the new Spider-Man.
Well, Kevin Feige's wanting to do the street level thing. He's not really wanting to do the outrageous, crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm not meaning like it's gonna be some huge thing. I'm thinking the whole movie will be more like street level, beat the bad guy, and then by the end of it, whether it be post credit or like Venom showing up somewhere towards the end, that'll be what it is.
See, I really don't think they're going to go that route anymore. Because these movies aren't doing and they ain't making no money. I didn't say it was great or anything.
Now I'm so confused. Screw you, Sony.
Oh yeah, I've been saying screw you, Sony, for long time now.
Spider-Man.
Like, I don't even know how you make a Venom movie without Spider-Man. And just to be clear, this is the Legion of Nerds, and I have not watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Morbius, any of them. Madam Web.
I haven't watched Morbius or Madam Web, but I have watched the Venom movies.
Yeah, I haven't watched
them. Because Venom, Spider-Man, haha, but then Carnage, and I'm a huge Carnage fan.
Yes. No. I'm not down on anybody that has. I was
just saying I haven't watched, I've only watched.
We're not going to have Spider-Man. And then they keep, like, fooling us with the trailers, with Spider-Man in the trailers, like, not actual Spider-Man, but like in Morbius, Spider-Man was on the walls, and it was all about Spider-Man, and no, he wasn't even in the movie. But somehow we got Michael Keaton as the Vulture from a completely different universe showing up. I think it's got something to do with Spider-Man. Maybe we should form a team. Like, get that crap out of here. And I love Michael Keaton. That's bad when I'm talking like that. Let's just get off of that. So we can go on to some more Marvel news because they're talking about Wesley Snipes coming back as Blade. And you don't like that idea?
No.
Oh, come on now.
I don't think they need to calm down on Blade.
He's not gonna be like,
because Blade, honestly,
Mahershala Ali's so still gonna be Blade. It was not. You Blade was
so bad.
You so wrong.
Blade, there were 3 movies right there.
That's right.
Yeah, the first one it wasn't as bad, but the second and third ones were bad.
Oh come on, Guillermo del Toro did the second one.
And it was still bad.
It was not. The first one was great. And I still believe that the comic book renaissance started with Blade. Everybody talks about X-Men and Spider-Man, but Blade is the one. I'm telling you.
Blade failed, so
it didn't
so the
fail.
rest of the MCU could run.
What do you mean fail?
It was so bad.
It did not fail. It wasn't bad.
In my opinion, it was bad. I did not enjoy the Blade.
All right. As a superhero movie or as a vampire movie?
As a either movie, really.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like it definitely wasn't bad, and it captured, the Blade-esque in the first one,
right.
But then it seemed like halfway through the movie, it kind of started falling a little bit in the first one, but the second and third ones, it was like, and it hit the ground.
Yeah, the second one had its outrageous time, and the third one was just not any good.
Wasn't it the second one that, like, you could see the what are they called? The straps or whatever. Whenever he's like running up the wall or something, you could see the wires.
I think that was the third one.
Into him. Yeah, it was one of them. But that just goes to show part of it.
Yeah, because the third one, Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds and I think Jessica Biel had issues.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds was in the third one.
If it wasn't for Blade, Ryan Reynolds would have never been Deadpool. It was on the set of Blade Trinity that Ryan Reynolds was handed a stack of Deadpool comic books. Yeah. If it wasn't for Blade Trinity and Ryan Reynolds being there, we wouldn't have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
It would have found a way, man.
No, I don't think so, because that's where it started. And from that point forward, that's when he became actual Deadpool. I mean... Speaking of...
Nonetheless, I'm not saying they shouldn't have been made. I'm just saying that they were just not great.
Right. The first one was awesome. And the second one, I didn't like the bad guys in the second one. I didn't like the creatures in the second one, the bad guys. Although I liked the little vampire team that he had to team up with to hunt the vampires, the other vampires.
If they do right by Wesley Snipes, then okay.
Well, he's just gonna pop up. It's not gonna be. He's gonna star in the new Blade movie. It's gonna be like a multiverse Secret Wars thing. I'm pretty sure he'll pop up, and some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill, and then he'll be gone. Like that kind of thing.
So then, who are they gonna bring in as actual Blade?
Mahershala Ali. He's still Blade. He's not been uncast or like left the role or anything.
Okay.
Somebody finally watched Alien last night on Alien Day.
We didn't even talk about my thoughts on it really last night because we wanted to save it.
Right. Yeah, so I figured I'd let him talk about it for a minute and tell us what he thought about it.
Well, I'm gonna start out with something I said last night. The whole movie is just a lesson in why you should do your job right.
Yes.
Like that the alien would have never gotten in there if they wouldn't have unlocked the containment room.
Yeah, but that was Ash. He was working for the company.
Oh yeah, but also, I mean, do you think he still would have opened it if the captain was just like, "All right, cool, it's fine, I understand"?
Yes. Ash, yeah. Ash would have opened it up and drug him in there.
But then at that point, it would just be what happened to Ash just earlier in the movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But the alien would still get loose, and it still happen, and he'd get on the ship and all that,
Well, the movie wasn't terrible. Like, I liked it.
Right.
I didn't. I'm not a body horror fan. That's like the worst horror to me is body horror, and so, and it didn't even come out fully immediately. You could see the blood pop up, and I just like looked at him, and I was like, oh.
That's right.
But it wasn't what it was what I expected, but also wasn't what I expected.
Right.
And so I think that was the best part of it.
Was it good? You think it was good?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Well, we're about to have to shut it down.
Yeah.
If you like what we do here, hit the like button, share and subscribe with all the nerdy people. I've been Chuck.
And I'm Jonny.
Y'all have a great night.